And today we have County Commissioner Precinct 3 runoff candidate Brad Tucker in studio with us. 25 News Now anchor Don Brubaker is with him and has more.
Karina, thank you and welcome, sir. Welcome
Thank
back,
you.
actually.
Thank you very much.
Why did you want to run for the Victoria County Commissioner Precinct 3?
Well, you know, I've been working in and around Commissioner's Court or with them for going back to about 2002, and I watched the way they handled each specific situation, and I just always thought that based on my background and my experience, that's something that I could do well and something that a position where I could serve taxpayers.
What's the experience been like for a campaign now, as you were telling me earlier, that's been about a year?
Yeah, well, you know, for about the last 6 months, it's been going really strong, where we've been out talking to people and knocking on doors, things like that, and for several months before that we were planning. I'm glad it's almost over. I'll say that much, but it's been fun. I've learned a lot. It's been a great experience. Met a lot of Victorians that I otherwise wouldn't have met, and I have no regrets.
Mm-hmm. What has your campaign done differently in the runoff election than you did from when you were running in the primary?
Really the biggest difference is we just had to hit fast forward. You know, I can't remember who it was, but they explained it to me as the primary is a marathon and the runoff is a sprint. So we just had very little time, especially with, you know, we had a couple of other elections squeezed in there. So we just had a lot of work to do in a small amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've been a businessman in the Crossroads for almost 20 years. With your experience in the private sector, how much can that help in the public sector on Commissioner's Court?
Well, I think it'll help. I think it helps me bring a fresh set of eyes to things. I think in the private sector, we are forced to be effective and efficient. You know, we have to get things done. We have to get them done for a fair value. If not, we don't stay in business. You know, so I'd like to transition that to the private sector so that we can provide the services that we need to provide, but do them effectively and efficiently so that we can keep our taxes as low as possible.
How would you look at costs differently for Victoria County, because you have to look at costs every day in your business?
Right. Well, you know, the thing I'm not afraid to do is take a budget, and I'm used to dealing with some big budgets, and go line item by line item through it and try to identify areas where we could do things a little bit better. You know, we still need to provide the same services. We still need to pay county employees well, things like that. But there's a lot of, you know, anytime you have a budget that size, there's areas where you can save money. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to look through that and help identify some of those areas.
Save the taxpayers some money.
Save the taxpayers some money, yes, sir. You know, especially Victoria County owns a lot of buildings. There's a lot of building construction, makes up a good portion of our budget every year. You know, obviously the road and bridge fund, you know, that's something a couple $1 million every year. So those are the kinds of things that specifically I could take a look at and try to save some money.
Right. Mr. Tucker, thanks for coming by and thanks for taking our questions.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, you bet. All right. Karina, back to you.
Don, thank you.